Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Neurodiverse Investless. I'm your host, John Arroyo. And boy, was the SmackDown after WrestlePalooza crazy. We got some NXT people showing up to hype up No Mercy. It's really cool. We got some really good matches and really good storylines. And Heyman is stirring the pot again. So let's get right into it. So we start off with Paul Heyman coming out, and he's like walking around the bush, kind of like, he's like, oh, who should I talk about? Should I talk about the future, Seth Rollins? Should I talk about the head of the table? Or should I talk about the big fish in the pond? He's talking about Brock Lesnar because at WrestlePalooza, he was in Brock Lesnar's side, introducing him into the match. And then Cody comes out and Cody Rhodes is kind of like telling Heyman, so are you the wise man? Are you the oracle? Are you the advocate? Saying like, which one are you? Are you Roman's guy, Seth's guy, or Lesnar's guy? And Heyman says, do not push my buttons. I am a mastermind. And then he brings up the vision. So Reed and Breakker shows up. Cody tells Breakker, you're a future star, but not now. It's my moment. They get into a little scuffle, a little brawl. And then Randy Orton comes in for the save. I really liked it. And what is Paul Heyman planning? I love it because Cody and Seth is going to face each other at Crown Jewel. So like, how did this all play out? Like now, because Randy Orton is kind of like on Cody's side, is this building up for Survivor Series? Team Cody versus Team Seth? I'm really interested. And then we got a #1 tag team contender match. So we had the Street Profits versus Melo and Miz. It was a really good match. Street Profits in backstage interviews said they didn't have tension, but they kind of still had a little bit of tension. I love how they're kind of still hinting at it, not fully, but we're going to see that Montez Ford heel turn, and I'm waiting for it. Really good. Street Profits really good, but Melo and Miz actually makes a good team. Like their moveset was really good. But I love during the match, most of the match, Miz and Melo was hesitant to tag each other, and at the end, Melo could have broke off the pin, but he didn't, letting Street Profits pick up the win. I think that's a sign that Melo wants to go after the US title, but Miz is not letting him. If this is a mini feud, I don't mind if we have it. And then we get a women's tag team match. And I feel like this women's tag team match is helping build in the division, and I'm going to explain why. So far, the only women tag teams we have is Kabuki Warriors, Judgment Day, Raquel and Roxanne, Chelsea Green and Alba Fire, because Piper Nevin sadly is gone through, I think like an injury or something. And then Giulia and Kiana James. Now Michin and B-Fab. So like having them, so the match was Michin and B-Fab versus Giulia and Kiana James. Kind of like building up that US storyline, US women's storyline, but at the same time kind of building up the women's tag team storyline. I'm going to say now, Giulia kind of stole the spotlight. Almost every move when she went against B-Fab, the way she was striking was so impressive. I would say Michin and B-Fab make a good team. Their offense, like when Michin does the thing on the ropes and B-Fab does like the scorpion spin heel kick, really impressive offense. I love Michin. They need to push her more. I love the ball on the outside and the way the Michin just jumped out of nowhere, drop kicked the hell out of Giulia. But then at the end, Kiana James, the mastermind, it's a scuffle in the ring. She uses that to her advantage to let Giulia hit the Donavinci. I love the sound of that name, the Donavinci. Like, it's really like elegant for the win. It makes them look dominant, but also at the same time, I want Giulia to have a contender. And I have a feeling that if Bianca Belair come back, she will maybe be the one if they don't want to put her in the main title picture to really build up Giulia. And I would like to see that, but the teaming of Giulia and Kiana James, really good so far. And then it leads to another women's tag team situation. So we are not friends. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair is backstage. Then Soul Ruka and Zoria shows up. And they say they want a one-on-one with the women's championships. And then Alexa and Charlotte's like, are you sure? You don't seem to be getting along lately. And Zoria and Soul's like, you guys are not even friends. So if that's the case, after No Mercy, this storyline of who's the better friendship with Soul and Zoria and Alexa and Charlotte would be really interesting in seeing which tag team breaks first. Hopefully none of them break, but we're finally building up the women's tag division, and I just love seeing that. And then we have one of my favorite segment of the night, Drew McIntyre pretty much complaining and talking about he lost to Cody Rhodes. It was all backstage conspiracy. Nick Aldis, management is behind it. They don't like me. Nick Aldis says, I had no beef with you. Grow up. You lost, deal with it. And then Jacob Fatu, the werewolf, comes out. Jacob Fatu pretty much tells him, you lost, deal with it. Shut your up. And I was just like, damn. He told him to shut up. But then Drew McIntyre slaps the hell out of Fatu. And you know Fatu, he did not like that. So a brawl breaks out with both men. I would love to see both men go at it. And I love this storyline of Drew McIntyre kind of being the one that feels like he's not deserving, he's complaining, and he's having matches against people like Randy Orton, Damian Priest, Jacob Fatu, like making Drew build up to be this big heel, and I love it. And then we get the US Open Challenge for Sami Zayn, and you know, it's in Florida, like it's in the Orlando area. So it's like, okay, most likely it was an NXT story, and it was. It was the only one, Javon Evans, and they put on a killer match. I'm saying it now, Evans needs to be moved up soon, or at least get the NXT title. The offense was so crisp and clean right away. He flew around like a superhero. I've seen spots the dives on the outside, but Sami uses his wrestling IQ to try to keep him grounded with submissions and holds. Really new and different from Sami. Like he's a technician, but really like trying to put him in grounding positions. But at the end, he got kicked with the haluva kick, and Sami retained the title. But after, Josh Briggs and the crowd attacked Evans to build that up. But also, a couple weeks ago, Briggs had problems with Zayn on NXT. So does this mean that Josh Briggs will be the next one at the Open Challenge? We have to wait to see how that all blows up. Then we got two funny segments backstage, like just hilarious. So we had Chelsea Green and Alba Fire trying to look for new recruits because it's something going on with what I said earlier. Piper Niven, she got injured, and we don't know the full details, but it seems like she's out for a while, or she's out definitely. Hopefully she gets better. She was really good. I felt like Piper Niven could have went solo. Hopefully she gets better because she was really good in the ring, and I felt like she had potential. So Chelsea Green is going around where her whole thing, like, I don't know, you saw on social media, but her whole thing is like, we're looking for new persons to be a part of her cabinet. Really funny, really goofy. She hands it to Nia Jax. Nia Jax rips it the hell up. Hilarious. Nia Jax says, get out of my way. They get out the way. And then she sees Stephanie Valkyrie. Because all throughout the night, Stephanie Valkyrie did a one-on-one with Jade, a one-on-one with Tiffany, building up the main event, and I liked it. But this segment, I really liked it the most because of the whole comedic spot, but then the serious. And Nia said that at the end of the day, she's going to be the one to dominate. She don't mind taking out anyone. And in the main event, she did take out almost everyone, but she did not win, but she showed that why she was dominant. And then backstage, we had Kit Wilson kind of in a wheelchair, blaming Damian Priest for last week because Damian Priest knocked him the hell out, calling Damian Priest like a crybaby or a complainer because of the whole Alistair Black situation. Damian Priest said, if you're going to do something, try. Kit Wilson tries to get up. He falls down because of the wheelchair. Damian Priest is just so tough, but, haters have a lot to say, but they can't back it up. Then Black out of nowhere, Black Max the hell out of Damian, saying that I always have the upper hand, like a quick little sassy jab. I love this rivalry of Black and Priest. It's really good. And the whole Kit Wilson comedy part, I like how we add a little bit of comedy, but I love this whole storyline of Black and Priest. Really good. Then we got the main event. So we had Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill for the women's championship triple threat, and the winner will face Stephanie Valkyria Crown Jewel and Perk. And I'm going to say this, all women did good. Like, I'm really happy that Tiffany and Jade has been improving, because I've been saying for a while, like, both of them could be stars. It's just they're kind of green. They need, like, I like Tiffany Stratton, but her title reign has been kind of lackluster. But having matches like this is really good. And last week, her match with Jade, like, she's good in the ring, but she needs that opponent. And this is really good. Right away, Jax was kind of taking everyone down. Then it was a whole storyline of Tiffany and Jade trying to help take her out. But then it didn't work because of the egos. We had some crazy spots, multiple woman spots. This like waterfall in the corner, Tiffany and Jade hitting deadly moves like the stiffness, the drop kick, and then the jaded, and then breakups, and then Nia Jax with the top rope like leg drop, devastating. Near the end, Jade gets busted open by the steel steps by Nia Jax. Jade picks up Jax, throws her on the steel steps, covered in blood, saying it's her moment. She almost picks up the win, but Tiffany interferes, kicks her out, hits the prettiest moonsault ever to steal the win. And then after, Stephanie Valkyria comes out and does a little showdown with Tiffany Stratton, building up the match for Perk. I feel like it's going to be a good match. In my opinion, I felt like that could have been Jade's moment. She was covered in blood. She was screaming it was her time. I felt like that could have been her moment. I know they're waiting for it, but that could have been a good moment. I love that Tiffany won too, but like that could have been a great opportunity. That's just my opinion. They should have given the title to Jade, but it is what it is. SmackDown was really good. I cannot wait for Crown Jewel next week, as well as No Mercy later today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. And please check out my No Mercy review later in the day or the day before or the next day, because I'm going to watch it tonight and I'm so hyped about that. So I'll see you guys next time.